Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls, the Prepare to Die edition. Now, when we last left off, we had just defeated the four kings, and I want to quickly run over and try to finish upgrading my advanced pyromancy glove. So we're just going to run over here, and again, I'm spending an awful lot of time in Blighttown, I know. Let's see, I think I'm going to have to wait for these mosquitoes to come down. They generally give you a little bit of a problem. Come on, a little bit further. There we go. I can't see the other one. Great, they would have to draw another one over. There. Okay, so we're going to talk to her.
It a truth be told.
And modify this. Alright, so we spent most of our souls. We've only got one more level left. Let's talk to her.
I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
My mother, the Witch of Izalith, was one of the primeval lords. Her power came from the soul that she found near the first flame. She focused this power to light a flame of her own. But she failed to control it. The flame of chaos engulfed Mother and my sisters and molded them into deformed creatures. Only I escaped. And now I am here. But my mother and sisters have been in anguish since. I beseech you, free Mother and my sisters from the flame of chaos. I cannot do it myself. I lack the strength and the bravery. But you, I realize what I am asking. But please, free their poor souls. Mother's ambitions were misguided, no doubt. But surely 1,000 years of atonement is enough. I have I beseech, I cannot do it myself. But you, I realize what Mother's
Okay, sorry about that telephone call. As you can see, once you purchase a good majority of her items and get your flame up to a certain level, she will actually change her dialogue. And she's talking about the bed of chaos, which is one of the four enemies that you have to defeat to fuel the Lord vessel. And we will get to...
No luck. Well, young pupil, but do not...
We will get to that a little bit later in our adventure. For right now, I think what we're going to do once we get back into the major storyline is to go through the Duke's Archives and Crystal Caverns and defeat Seath. I just wanted to show you, if you have plans on attacking this guy, he had a bodyguard in the Forest Darkroot Garden, in that forest section, and his bodyguard is actually back behind here. And just FYI, if you should decide to attack him, you're going to be fighting two people. Alright, so let's see. We've almost got our advanced pyromancy flame up to the top level. Let's see. At some point, probably several videos down the line, we will actually do that tree area, the Great Hollow, and get into Ash Lake. I think we're going to do that a little bit later. For right now, I want to probably... this video is probably going to be kind of a hodgepodge video of several different places and doing several different things. I think I want to try to take on that Guardian that's at the Northern Undead Asylum, just for completionist sake. So probably what I'll end up doing is cutting some of this video and kind of editing out some of the traveling back and forth. So when we meet again, we'll be probably at Northern Undead Asylum. Excuse me. Okay, so as you can see, we are at Northern Undead Asylum. We have our default equipment on, and We're gonna roll out of the way because I need to kill enemies first and talk later. There. Okay. So, as I was saying, default equipment, Fury Sword, kind of a default ring set, Havel's rings, Ring of Steel Protection. And we're going to fall through this floor like anytime now. So, where's he at? That was kind of an asshole thing to do. Of course, I'm trapped in a friggin' corner. Nice. Alright, let's try that again. And actually identify where the bad guy is before he kills me. Alright. There we go. Oh, fuck, my souls are over there. Okay. Alright, now, let's, actually, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna heal up. Okay, that attack, obviously, area of effect. And mostly out in front of him, that's why we were able to do what we were doing. In fact, if he keeps doing that, this won't be too difficult at all. Okay, now he does have that stomp move, which is very similar to the first boss. Like I say, that's mostly out in front of him. So all in all, this guy isn't necessarily the most difficult enemy to face. And I run right into stupidity as I say that. Alright. Get up. Okay, so the same general rules that apply to, well, 99% of the large enemies apply to this guy. Stay to the side or behind. Use defense first and attack just when you can. Alright. So we get a Titanite slab, which is awesome. And, you know, kind of the same general, I don't want to say crap, but the same stuff that you get when you fight most bosses. And at this point, we can exit this place somehow. Nah. And you're looking for... Oh, come on. I seem to always have problems identifying where the hell the exits are. And it really can't be that difficult. There's a friggin' ladder right over here. Good God. And of course, there's nothing along this way. There's one exit, which is this kind of bent iron bar that you saw when you first walked through this area. Now, something to note, if you haven't... See, I've already come back through here, so that knight is dead, and that was actually in one of my videos. If you haven't killed that knight, you're probably close enough when you jump out of those bars to draw his attention. So, just a little FYI. So now at this point, this area is completely clear. So we're going to do a shot of Estus. And at this point, this will bring an end to the kind of second little part of this video. And again, it is kind of a chaotic in nature, so my apologies, but I'm just trying to tie up some loose ends before we get into the Duke's Archives, because that section is kind of long. That'll be several videos. So, I think I got one more section planned. Like I said, I may take on the Hellkite Dragon or something like that, but we will see. Okay, so now we're fighting the Hellkite Dragon, and the more I got looking at this part of the video, the more I realized that I wasn't really doing a great job. So I kind of decided to do maybe a little voiceover explaining possible alternatives to my style of fighting this dragon. Basically, at this point, I'm pretty powered up, and that sword is doing anywhere from 250 to 300 depending on if it's being used two-handed or one-handed. So basically what I'm trying to do is wait until he is over on the side facing the stairs. As you come up from the stairs at this entrance, I'm trying to get him over on that side. Because when he's behind me, he has a tad bit more of an advantage. Now, I was using crossbows and bows to pull him off of that ledge. If you don't attack him for long, or don't stay up stairs on top of the bridge for a long enough time, he'll actually go back up on his perch. But really, the best way to do this would be to, if you can find some dragon killer arrows, that would be the best way to do it. His attacks really weren't doing a tremendous amount of damage. Now, if I accidentally get caught, if I were to get caught out in the middle there where he's actually walking, that would lead to a lot more damage. Now, that flame attack that he does up above, again, it has great range, and it can really kind of be aggravating to try to attack him through that. But that's just what he does when he gets in the middle. That's his standard default attack. And that's kind of the reason why he's so hard, is not really... His attacks aren't tremendous. They're just aggravating. He's fighting you in a very cramped area, so it's a lot harder to move around, which is typically what you do for a large enemy of this nature. Like I say, my best weapon is the Fury Sword, which doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. My pyromancies, not counting flash sweat, are virtually useless against him. So I'm kind of trying to attack him from the stairs, and obviously that's not going to work. But I want him to actually fly through. So I tried to stay up top and see if he would actually walk through and get to where I could actually get maybe one or two hits in at a time. But you know, the biggest problem with this enemy is, at the end of the day, he's still only worth 10,000 souls, and it's extremely difficult to get those 10,000 souls. So if you're not planning on joining Solaire's cult, it may not be worth it to do this at all. I mean, you're not missing out on anything other than one bonfire and some conversation options with Solaire if you don't do it. So, you know, it was one of those things where a lot of people were kind of cheating this guy by using the arrows from the tower, and the undead parish, but I can understand why. 'Cause he's kind of a cheap bastard. But anyway, best strategy probably use bow and arrow. Snipe him from afar or snipe him underneath the bridge. But in beating this guy, you do open up, like I say, a little shortcut that you're probably not going to use for Undead Parish, and you open up a bonfire. You get a claymore and a very kind of cheap soul item, and like I say, a couple little conversation options, which will be in the next part of this video. I was going to cut all that out, but once I realized there was a conversation with Solaire, I decided to go ahead and put this in as the kind of the little fourth part of this video. And again, apologies, because this is it is a hodgepodge mixture of different things in different places. But like I say, once I get into the Duke's archive, that's going to take up a good deal of time. Okay, now that somewhat pathetic dragon fight is over, I'm going to show you what this unlocks. Basically, we followed this bridge into here. This unlocks a shortcut to Undead Parish and a bonfire, which we will light. Neat little statue there, which I can only assume is Solaire. And if you go through here, these are passive hollow. And you can tear up a bunch of stuff, but eventually you will see... Oh, there's Solaire right there.
Oh, hello there. Forgive me. I was just pondering about my poor fortune. I did not find my own son, not in Anor Londo, nor in Twilight Blight Town. Where else might my son be? Lost Izalith, or the tomb of the Grey Lord? But I cannot give up. I became undead to pursue this. But when I peer at the sun up above, it occurs to me, what if I am seen as a laughing stock, as a blind fool without reason? Well, I suppose they wouldn't be far off.
Okay, so our friend Solaire is going somewhat crazy.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, so that exhausts his dialogue options. Now, if you have high enough faith, or if you've done enough co-op play, you can actually join the Covenant right here by clicking on this statue, or what's left of it. But obviously, I don't have the faith or the co-op play because I haven't done any co-op. So, let's see. We have killed... We killed the dragon, we killed the stray demon at Northern Undead Asylum, and now I think that's probably going to be it for our hodgepodge collection of videos here. One last thing, I don't know if I showed it, but I have upgraded that pyromancy flame as far as it will go. So, at this point, probably we'll do a little bit of work off camera. There's nothing really spectacular left to do. I want to probably go back to Anor Londo, and in that area where the two archers are, the kind of I think I called it the cheapest area in the game. There's actually a soul item that's I think 10,000 souls, so I may go back and kill the lone archer that's left. Let's see if I can't even level up off of this. Yeah, probably go cap the single archer that's left and get that soul item, and then at that point I'm pretty much free to move the story along. I pretty much just flipped the coin and decided to do the Duke's Archives instead of the Catacombs and that Gravelord Nito set. We'll do the Seath section first. So what we're going to do is call it a video here, and when we come back, I'll be in Anne Orlando. I've kind of showed that area already because I had to go there in order to get the item that unlocks the additional content. So we'll be back there, and we will kind of take it from there. This is Cliff, and hope everybody takes care. I'll see you later.